you can assign tasks to us that are non-essential so that you can focus on what's important.
It's important that you are working directly with the client that we found for you and have, direct relationship where it's really between you two. We only come in to help coach or help guide.
Hi, it's 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟. I'm the founder of Outsourcing Angel, and in this video, you will learn from my very own virtual assistant, 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, who has helped life coaches over the past 5 years to free up time. She will share how you can outsource things like social media management, appointment booking, and other admin and marketing tasks from your business so you can spend more time serving your clients. Hi, 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟. So good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So yeah, 𝗩𝗡, I love to talk about how VAs can help life coaches because we come across a lot of life coaches, speakers. It's such a great profession to get into because people are so empowered into helping people. But then a lot of times they start off as a solopreneur, being the coach themselves. And obviously you can't run a business and do coaching at the same time. And so this is where VAs come really handy. And so let's talk about some of the tasks that you've been able to help a coach with.
So currently I do have a client that I handle for Jade, which is a style coach and also a confidence coach. So what I do for her is that I create content for her social media. So it starts from having the idea, having her approve it, then drafting the captions and also creating the graphics, maybe image or video. So as long that it goes to social media. So that's the main focus that we have, but we also take care of her in terms of engagement. So any kind of comments or messages that you receive, we take care of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, a life coach is a business and every business needs marketing. And so you kind of help with social media marketing, right?
Yes, that's right. And strategy.
Tell me a little bit of your background. When did you get started with being a VA? And over the years, what are some of your roles? Because so far you're currently doing social media, but maybe there's certain things that you've done in the past that even a life coach who's listening can go, oh yeah, I need to do some other stuff in my business as well. So take us through your journey.
It's important to understand how I started working. So I started very early after graduating high school. I explored different roles. So I had a job in retail to the BPO industry, which by the way, I stayed for over 8 years. So that really kind of honed me in a way to master customer support or care in most of the field. And then in 2015, I was given the opportunity to join the freelancing community. And then I got a job in a marketing team for my sister-in-law. And then that kind of inspired me to explore the social media community as well and that field and that lane. I started upskilling. I started looking into how marketers do it. I actually followed a lot on Instagram. So that kind of developed my passion for social media marketing. Then around 2016, I found my own client, and that's how basically it all started.
Yeah, definitely really interesting because at the end of the day, I was just thinking as you're talking is that a life coach, it's even more important to really build your personal brand, right? And it means that you really need to be front of mind with social media.
True.
You always need to kind of share your values, your content. And the other thing that I think a VA could help with is even booking appointments, you're scheduling sessions with clients. And sometimes coaches have group coaching and you'll even manage Facebook groups. Can you think of any other, tasks, even if you're not doing it right now, can you think of any other tasks that a life coach might need a VA for?
I definitely also handle some of the scripts that she wanted to go through, what happens inside a coaching Zoom call that she has with her clients. The topics that she discussed there is also something that we brainstorm on. So that's one. And then also we manage her programs because this specific client has a lot of programs specified to the kind of client that she's gonna have. So we have to research the background of these people. So just to make sure that they are aligned to that specific program. So that's some of the things that we do for her.
Yeah. What would you suggest in terms of onboarding well with your VA? So let's just say you're a life coach and you're hiring a VA and you basically like this person and you get started with the person. So over the years, you've worked with different clients and what can you share that is ideal as an onboarding process that's going to make the VAs really transition well into the new business or new client?
First and foremost, you have to explain to the VA like the ins and the outs of the business. So we need to fully understand what your purpose is, your mission, what you wanted to bring to the table for these clients that you have if you're the coach, because that way we know how we can sell like your program or what you do. So that's definitely one. And then also second is to provide further details of what you want to be done, because it's also hard for VA to guess what you want to do. So as a client or as a coach, just make sure you're very clear with what you want to do and have it specified.
What are some of the tools that you would say it's important as part of the, working with VAs?
For working with VAs, definitely Trello. That really help us because it kind of give us like a flow. It also shows us like the status of the tasks, because the style coach that or the confidence coach that we work for has a lot of programs that's happening all at the same time. And we want to make sure we track it, nothing is missed. So Trello is such a big help for us.
Yeah, so Trello is a project management tool, and it allows you to, assign tasks, put it under different projects, and then, putting deadlines so you can get done. What would you say the communication tool would be important for a client to work with the VA?
Currently, we're using WhatsApp and also Facebook Messenger, because it also gives her the opportunity to use the messenger on her phone. So because she's always on the go, she's always communicating with us. And with these two communication tools, she's able to reach us at any time, at any period of the day. The communication continues and just flows naturally.
Yeah, I really do like WhatsApp and Facebook in that you can send voice messages. So sometimes you as a client, you're like on the go and you just want to be able to like explain, like typing it sometimes can be kind of misleading as well. Exactly. What would your tips be in terms of being able to maintain your VA, right? Like you spend a lot of time investing in, the new VA, and what does it take for a client to be able to keep their VA?
First and foremost, being a VA, the foundation that I always ask my clients to have is respect. As long as we respect like the job that we do, our ideas and all that, I feel like the relationship is, stronger, because everything else follows. So as long as you respect that person and whatever they contribute, that helps a lot.
Yeah. And likewise, if a client's looking for a VA, especially if you're a life coach, for example, like what should they be looking for, especially in the interview stage, or any signs when you're working with that person? How do you know what to expect from the VA?
First and foremost, we definitely look into the experience, just to make sure that what they can bring to the table is something that the client is looking for. So that's that. And then also we do check how they communicate, because that's definitely important, because we don't want misleading information being, transferred here and there. So that's one. And definitely dedication, being on time and that. So
yeah, it's always good to be watching those little signs, right? It's not really waiting for big mistakes to happen in the work, but it's even like, is your VA doing what that she promised, turning up on time? Is she making excuses, or is she like proactive in letting you know that she might be late, right? How important would you say in building trust?
Communication helps a lot in building trust, because definitely, how would you know? How could you trust someone that you don't speak to comfortably? So that's first. And then also to be able to build trust, actually it's more, you earn that trust. It's not how you build it. So it's a give and take. So for me, it happens also with the work that you do. As long as you get the things that you promise done, if you think you can't do it, just be honest. I feel like that's how you earn the trust.
Yeah. Now, I love that you've had 8 years of experience. So you've gone through BPO. So that means, because in the world of outsourcing, there is a lot of companies out there that you can outsource to. And most of them that you will find they're under BPO, business process operations. So these are when VAs are working in offices, they're employees of companies. And then there are companies like ours where the VAs are freelancers, they get to work from home and they're kind of self-employed. What would be your, some insight into the difference if someone is hiring a VA from a BPO versus hiring a VA like yourself as a freelancer? What would be the differences?
Well, for me, I feel like the difference is the training that they have undergone. Having like a support system, like for example, here in OA as a team, you get a lot of support. So any questions that you have, you get upskilled for the tasks that you don't know. Unlike if you're just getting someone that's, unlike here, you're not sure how they learn the things. Basically, the quality of the work is a lot different.
While you're in the BPO, you're obviously working a 9-to-5 job, right? So like, how was your experience like being a VA as well? Like, were you motivated or were you kind of feeling like you're just, a number in the company, or, like, I just wanted to see that kind of experience, right? Like you as a VA under BPO versus a VA under like Outsourcing Angel is more of like a freelancing world.
Well, when I was in the BPO, definitely I felt, for the lack of term, disposable, because they can easily replace you. They're not as keen into looking into what's happening with you. Unlike here, like as I've mentioned, the support is just tremendous. If they just notice that you're like gloomy for the day, they always check on you. So that's what I love with the managers here, because it feels like you have like this personal relationship with them in a way, so they know if there's something's happening. Unlike with the BPO setting, you're just a seat number. So you come and go, probably make 1, 2, or 3 friends, your seatmates, but beyond that, you don't really know anyone.
Yeah.
So, but here, yeah, you get to be close friends, eventually, meet in person. So things like that.
Yeah. I was just going to say, when it comes to our work arrangement at OA, we help you to find a client, and we have a relationship with you because we care about you, coaching you because we want you to be able to keep your client. But then you also have your own direct relationship with your client, and in a way, because sometimes people don't understand, like, so, who does the VA work for? How does it work? So how do you feel about, in terms of the working arrangement, the relationship between the 3 parties that are involved in this?
That's what actually I would like to praise OA with, because I saw how you personally have a relationship with the client that I have. So it feels like I know you personally. So because through the stories and the videos and pictures that I see from my client, that really feels personal. I really am really proud and very comfortable to know that in this environment, relationship is like the foundation too.
Yeah, that's right. Because I just wanted to emphasize, for example, like have a job, but you'll still have the freedom. You're a freelancer. You can still, choose to work with us or you don't. And hence, we try our best to keep you to because you're still free to go anyway. But at the same time, it's important that you are working directly with the client that we found for you and have, direct relationship where it's really between you two. We only come in to help coach or help guide, but it's not really like you're employed by us and the client, doesn't have you kind of thing. So yeah, just wanted to kind of highlight that so that people can understand the dynamic. It's like,
exactly.
And even though the clients that work with us, they're clients, but we treat them like family, just the way that we would care about you as family. And I think we try to make sure that you as a VA understand that too, and kind of do what we do, which is, showing love and passion. That's why every meeting you have with your client, there's her baby that pops up. And tell me more about the fun things that you do with your client that makes your VA job very interesting.
I really appreciate how caring she is. She's very thoughtful. Like, she remembers small details. Like, for example, yesterday is my birthday, just to mention.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. She actually sent me flowers, cakes, a balloon, and also a letter, specifically talking about how I love shrimp dumplings. So that I love about her. She remembers small details like that. And then also, she does not lack appreciation when there is like important things that she wants to raise. She celebrates it with us. Like, end of financial year, she threw a pizza party for us. Yeah. And that's not something that you get every day from other, jobs. So I really appreciate it from her.
Yeah, that is so beautiful. Well, last question for you is, if you had to give any advice to a client that might be thinking, look, I'm not sure if a VA will suit me or it will work. So yeah, any, advice to help them make the decisions easier?
I would definitely suggest for them to get a VA. First and foremost, VAs can help you build your systems. process your business from the ground up. So you can assign tasks to us that are non-essential so that you can focus on what's important, what matters. So that can be in line of having new space for business or new clients, or even just spending more time for your family, because you're no longer doing it on your own. You have a VA to do it for you, and also are very cost effective, just to share, compared to having it locally provided to you. And as VAs, we already have our own setup, equipments, internet, so you really don't have to worry about that. This is like more of a plug and play kind of experience.
Thank you so much, Marie, for your time. Really appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much as well.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like help to hire your own VA for your business, I would love to invite you to book a free discovery call with us. We can help answer all the questions you have about VAs and help you determine what tasks a VA can help you with. Thank you, and I'll see you again in the next video.